Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie and I am going to talk to you today about meal prepping basics, meal prepping 101. If you already meal prep, hopefully maybe some of these tips will help you tweak yours a little bit and make things go a little bit smoother. So we will get started because I don't like to waste your time. So first off, what we do in our house when it comes to getting ready to meal prep is we get with the family and we figure out what is going on the following week. So we make a list of all the activities, all the parties, anything that's going on for the week. The weekend, go ahead and include those too, and what's going on. That way you know and you can make a list of, do you need something super quick for dinner? Do you need it for the crock pot? Or do you have about 20-30 minutes to make the dinner? Because I always like to spend only about 20-30 minutes making dinner. I don't like to spend my whole evening trying to figure it out and making it. So do that first. Second step is looking what's in the fridge now. Before you make your grocery list, go look and see what you got left. Go see what is expiring, what is going out the door. Your veggies, go ahead, if they're still in the fridge, go ahead and throw them in the oven and cook them. Go ahead and throw them on the grill and cook them. Have them ready for your prepped foods for later. Go ahead and go through your fruit. We always keep fresh fruit, and I like to take our apples. If the apples are going out the door, I will turn them into applesauce or baked apples. Throw some cinnamon on them, bake them in the oven. That's quick and easy. Peaches and bananas, we cut those up and freeze those for smoothies. So we do that. So then we go ahead and start making our grocery list as to what now we need. Your next step is, how quick is your breakfast? Our breakfast, we can sit here and eat it sometimes. Sometimes my son has to take it with him in the vehicle on the way to school. Sometimes he'll eat it at school. Does he have access to a microwave? Not really. So we make sure that it's something that does not have to be heated, or if he can heat it, we make sure we have that too. Same thing for lunches. You want to make sure, do you have access to a microwave or not? Do you have access to a fridge or not? Or do you have cooler bags? So keep that in mind as well. Bento boxes are great for super quick lunches that don't require a microwave. It makes it fun for your kids, and they come with little containers, so you can put all those in there. There's lots of ideas on what can go in here for healthy meals. So next, after you do that, think about picking your kids up from school and daycare and having to go straight to your extracurricular activity. Your kids are probably going to be hungry. You probably already know this, but plan ahead. Don't run through the McDonald's drive-thru. Have some snacks, that crackers, carrots, things like that can be in the car. Don't really need to be refrigerated. Make sure you have plenty of waters. And like my son, he likes to usually eat before and after his practice. So make sure you have plenty of those in hand so you're not having to run through a drive-thru on your way home to, cook dinner. So that's an option. Next is, do you like eating the same thing every day? My son and I usually don't mind it. My husband does not. So for you people that don't like to eat the same thing every day, go ahead and plan on making a bigger dinner. What you can do is just scoop out a portion, put it in a container, and put it in the fridge, and then divvy out dinner, so that way you've already got your lunch packed for the next day. Or you can double the recipe and scoop some out and have a whole nother dinner for another night. So win-win. So that's an option. I usually try to make big pots of something or big casseroles where we can divvy it up and have a little extra. That's actually what happened last night. I made a pork roast with a bunch of rice and gravy, and we ate, and we had enough left over for 3 containers. What I do is I do not put all the rice in one container, all the meat in one container, all the gravy in one container, because guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna stay in the fridge until they grow a science experiment, and you're gonna toss them. So what I do is I just grab these little containers and go ahead and make meals. So all they have to do now is throw it in the microwave, and it's ready. They pull it out of the fridge, throw in the microwave. I promise you, even cutting up fruit and having it ready in the fridge, have things ready so they can just grab it and eat it. I promise you things will get eaten. If you leave it in there where they have to prep it, it's probably not gonna get eaten. So just a tip there. Next, let's see, our staples. We keep on hand, we always keep fresh fruit on hand, we always keep fresh veggies on hand, whatever's in season. We always keep eggs. Oh my gosh, we eat so many eggs. My son eats quiches all the time for breakfast. I like egg muffins where it's literally just eggs in the muffin pan and makes almost like a hard-boiled egg. Hard-boiled eggs, we eat those. So a major awesome thing for breakfast. Get your protein in, buy lots of eggs. So with eggs, we also buy a lot of rice. We like brown rice, jasmine rice, and I buy riced cauliflower. Just a carb to have on hand when you need to throw it in a quick lunch or dinner. That's a good thing to have. We also keep oatmeal on hand all the time because that's just another good healthy breakfast that you can throw together. I don't buy cereal. That's a whole nother video. We'll talk about that later, but I don't buy cereal. We buy oatmeal. So that's good to have on hand. And then of course, chicken, have some meat around for you meat eaters. So chicken is always usually better than red meat. So that's our staple. Finally, check your containers or have some containers. I love containers that have screw-on lids. They keep your soups and oatmeal and everything safe, no spillage, things like that. We actually have upgraded what I just showed you to the Rubbermaid containers with the good lids. They are stackable and they do not spill. They are awesome. They do not spill no matter what you put in them. They don't pop open. It's good. So especially for kids traveling back and forth or if you have to go to the office, those are good. Don't skimp on your containers with the lids. I do buy these. These are little take-alongs. They do pretty good and whenever they're new, but as they get older, they start to get a little warpy. So just be careful on that. But they're still good. So now that we've got our containers, now we're gonna make our grocery list. So you know what's already in the fridge, you know what you need to buy, you know what everybody wants, and you know what containers you need. So get your grocery list. Here is my tip for grocery shopping. I do not like grocery shopping. I want to get in and out as quickly as possible. So what I do is I will either number my grocery list in order based on the layout of the store so I can just smoothly go through and get everything I need from maybe starting in the paper products and ending in the produce. Or if you don't know the layout of your store, just put everything in categories. Put all your meats together, put all your produce together. I promise you, this is, maybe you might think that's too much time on your hands, but I promise you, going through the grocery store in a timely fashion and not leaving anything behind, or especially not realizing when you're in the produce section that you forgot something on aisle 3 and you don't want to go back and get it, but it's really important. I'm saving you time. Please, please make sure you put your grocery list in order. Enough said. Finally, your step 9 is once you know what everybody's gonna do, once you know what you're gonna fix, write it down. I have this, it goes on the fridge. There's no question. There's no question about what's going to be had. There's no question about what is available. So when my son calls me because he's leaving school and he's hungry, I can definitely tell him that there are options. I'll even write down, since I made the little containers from our dinner last night, I will go ahead and add those in here. So that way when he calls me and says, what's for snack or what's for my late lunch or my second lunch, I will be able to give him those options. So write them down, have them posted somewhere in your kitchen so your family knows there's no question as to what we're having for dinner. There's no question as to what's going on that evening. There's no question. So that's it. Finally, now we're gonna just talk really quickly about meal prep day. So meal prep day, still there is a little bit of an order to it. You'll figure it out once you start getting and going. But simple, easy thing to remember is if you have fruits and veggies that are fresh, that are going to be cut up, whether they're going to be cooked or bagged up, do those first. Get them out of the way, set them aside, and then before you introduce your raw meat to the counter. That keeps from cross-contamination. Plus, it's tedious. It takes a while. We prepped all of our food. I'm going to show you some things that we made the other day. Prep time was about 30 minutes. Cook time and packaging time, it literally took us an hour. So for us to have our breakfasts, all of our lunches, and 2 dinners prepped, it took us an hour and a half. So it'll save you so much time by doing that. So I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. So jot down what you're gonna do that day for prep day. Jot down what you're gonna do. I like to write out, what's gonna be cooked, what's gonna be prepped, what's gonna be packaged. Get out your containers, say, okay, this is going in that. I have 5 of these. Figure out what you got. Make sure you have everything, because it's once you cook this big pot of something and you don't have something for it to go in, that's gonna be frustrating. So get your containers out, have them ready, know where they're going. That helps out too. Cooked, what's gonna be cooked, what's gonna be prepped, bagged up. Check in, yes. So, okay. Chop up your fruit and veggies, anything that you're gonna bake, go ahead and bake it. Throw it in the oven, get it going. So that way it can be cooking while you're doing everything else. And then that way it might even have some time to cool down before you have to cut it and scoop it and put it into packages, because it'll mess with your fridge temperature if you put a whole bunch of hot food in your fridge. Trust me, I know. So let things cool down a little bit. Yeah, that's about it. So that is all my tips for everything. For more tips, go follow me on Instagram. I do post a lot of meal prepping days. I share a lot of things that I make. We will be sharing more videos in the future on recipes and other just things that we normally make for dinner. I'm gonna go over a couple right now just so you can see. This is my son's quiche, his breakfast quiche that he's been eating on this week. He's got half of it left. These are my egg muffins. Like I said, just drop some raw eggs into a muffin tin and bake them. So those are ready. We made grilled chicken and rice and veggies. Those are our roasted veggies that we did. So he has some of those and I have some of those. And then finally, here's our oatmeal. We have little oatmeal cups. His get coconut sugar, mine don't get any sugar. So oatmeal, peaches, those are our peaches that we're getting to get extra ripe. So we went ahead and cut those up and put those in there so they don't go to waste. Finally, our 2 dinners that he prepped. We've got some chicken. The reason I say my son is 20 and I'm teaching him how to do this so he can do it himself, because he eats most of this. And our rule in the house is if you can walk, you can help. So he helps. This is our chicken, our grilled chicken that we have for the week. All we gotta do is throw it on the grill now. And then finally, one of our favorites that we eat a lot of is Asian chicken stir fry. This is literally, it's super healthy. It's chicken breast. Sometimes we use chicken thigh meat. You take ginger paste, you take some minced garlic, and you take some liquid aminos, which is a soy sauce substitute. That's it. So you put those in there. So on the night that we cook this, we throw it in the pan while I throw some stir fry veggies in the microwave to cook. I'll throw in a bag of broccoli just to have some extra. Throw some rice in the rice cooker or in those little bags of microwave rice. That way, this literally takes 20 to 30 minutes to cook. Everybody loves it, and there's usually not any leftovers. So there's my tips. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Have a good day.